Right before the killer made his move, he was stuck watching a steamy scene. He realized his heart rate had jumped to 110, but he could only make a perfect shot at 65. So he stopped and calmed himself down. He had waited for 3 days and nights. A few more minutes didn't matter. Once his heart rate stabilized, he aimed the crosshair at the target again and pulled the trigger, but he accidentally hit the woman. The killer wanted to fire again, but the bodyguard on the other side quickly closed the curtain, so without wasting a second he backed out. He quickly took the sniper rifle apart, put on a helmet to cover his face, went downstairs, unlocked the scooter he had rented, and got out just seconds before the cops arrived. On the way out, he tossed the silencer into a nearby drain. To avoid the police, he rode his scooter through the city's back alleys. After the sound of sirens finally faded, he took off his helmet and gloves, and casually threw them into the river. He then found a nearby public bathroom, took off his clothes, and washed his body several times with cold water to get rid of any gunpowder traces. In the end, he even gave himself a thorough clean. 5 minutes later, he stepped out of the restroom looking totally fresh. Without wasting time, he took a cab to the airport. Before entering, he cleaned his pistol and casually dropped it into a nearby trash can. That's how he got rid of all the evidence. He thought everything would go smoothly from here, but then, he saw a police dog standing at the ticket counter, playing it safe. He turned into the bathroom, washed himself again with some cleaner, and tossed his favorite bracelet. Only then did he make it through security. Right before boarding, he made a quick call to the middleman, and explained the mission had failed. The guy on the line was clearly angry. The client was someone important, but for now he'd just have to smooth things over. Once the call ended, the killer threw away the SIM card, and crushed the phone with his foot. Being careful was the only way he had survived this long. After getting on the plane, the killer finally felt calm enough to enjoy a drink, but then he caught a man in sunglasses looking at him, and it instantly raised red flags. He kept watching the guy, and noticed the man kept showing up nearby. The more he thought about it, the more it bothered him, so he rebooked his flight for the next day. After checking into the hotel, he ordered some dinner. Right after the waiter left, he locked the door tight, put a glass on the handle, and used a lid to block the door. Still, he didn't feel safe enough to sleep, held a knife in his hand, and sat on the couch with his eyes closed. Thankfully, nothing happened that night. He flew back home without trouble, but just as he was about to reach his house, he noticed some footprints and cigarette butts near the gate. That gave him a bad feeling. He quickly pulled out his gun, climbed over the wall, and ran into the yard. He ran into the house but found it completely empty. There was a kitchen knife on the floor covered in blood. The bathroom was a mess, like there had been a serious fight. He called his wife right away, only to learn she had been hurt and was now in the ICU. Her younger brother said, "A man and a woman broke into the house last night. After hurting her, they got away in a green taxi." Thankfully, his wife made it through surgery. She told him they were clearly after him, and that she didn't say a single thing about him. Seeing his wife injured made the man furious. He made up his mind he would take revenge. Once he left the hospital, he went home and dug up a safe in the backyard. Inside was a bag full of passports and weapons he had prepared long ago. It was time to find out who was really behind this.